Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, so before I get going with this series or Bible study or whatever you want to call it, when managing money biblically, I want to show you that I'm not just making stuff up. I'm being honest when I talk about how to manage money. This right here is my spreadsheet of over, what is it, 1,000? Yeah, over 1,000 transactions from trade in the crypto market. And I'm still going through the transactions. And right here, that's my profit for the year for 2024 and other income for 2024. And I'm still calculating stuff. So this number is going to go up. And this is all cryptocurrency. Now I have investments in like the traditional markets. I have a bank account with gold inside of it. I got all these different assets and vehicles to invest in. And so I have my knowledge base. This is my proof. I did not sit down and just think, yeah, I'm gonna make up a bunch of numbers. This is, my cryptocurrencies, Gala and Area or Aurora, Bone. I know what I'm investing in. I know what these companies are doing. Crow ID, I know what that is as part of the Chronos ecosystem. And I have other investments too, and I buy stocks and all kinds of stuff. Now, the next thing I want to show you, this is going to be a very basic Bible study, but I want to show you, and it is a Bible study. Um, I'm going to pull up a Bible verse to show you some stuff, but this is called tradingview.com. Tradingview.com. Anytime I invest into an asset, anytime I want to invest into, say, Bitcoin or Ethereum, or I want to buy some Tesla, or I want to buy, you name it, gold, if I want to increase my holding in gold, if I want to buy silver, I go here. So let's say my favorite coin is Crow USD. So Crow is a cryptocurrency, and the way you look it up is type in Crow USD. USD means United States dollar, and then right here it shows you Crow, and then all these places right here are exchanges that you can buy and sell Crow on. I use crypto.com, so I'm going to launch chart. And here's the chart. So as you can see, I already have indicators set up on there. I know exactly what I'm looking at. And I'm going to tell you what I'm looking at. This box down here is called an RSI, Relative Strength Index. Relative Strength Index. This 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 stuff right here, I don't know how you would describe it. These three lines. This is called a Bollinger Band, and the farther away that the bands are from each other, the more volatile the stock is going to be. Or the cryptocurrency, the more volatile it's going to be. The closer it is, the less volatile it's going to be. The closer it gets to each other, the more likely a short squeeze will happen, like we see right here. These bands, they get close to each other right here, and then a short squeeze happens. And this right here, when it goes outside of the Bollinger Band, it tells me that's oversold, We see the same thing right here down in the RSI. See how it's above the dotted line right here? It's in the top part. It means it's oversold. And now there's more stuff to that that I'm going to explain later on in other videos. But all of these indicators tell me something about the stock. It tells me how volatile it's going to be, if it's time to sell, if it's time to buy. I can look at I'm on the day chart. So on the day chart, on the daily chart, it tells me that it's getting closer to buying. So all these investors are selling and the momentum is going down, and as it gets closer to this part, it's time to buy again. So there's all these indicators that tell me when to buy, when to sell. Now, if you're a short-term trader, you would be using day chart. If you're like me and you buy stuff and you want to wait a long time period, you go to the monthly chart. So let me see if I can go to the monthly chart. So this is the monthly chart. So from a long time, long-term span, I'm looking at the monthly chart. See, the RSI is right in the middle, so it's neutral. But then right here we see the bars are like at the top towards the point that you would think that it's going to sell. But based on this kind of candlestick, based on what I'm looking at right here, kind of making a W, I would make a guess that it's probably going to go down and go back up and blast off. I would take a guess. Now, there's not that much information on here. I can point to different things. There's a resistance right here that is fighting through. If it can break through the resistance, it can go up. There's all these different scenarios that can happen, and we'll explain that later on in future videos. But on the monthly chart for this one particular asset, I want to point out the fact that it's making a W. So if you go up to this point where the red line started to form, and then you go down, and then it goes up, and then it goes down. I think it could be doing something like that. It makes like this W shape. But then right here is coming down. But I think right here is more like a testing the resistance or testing the support to see what direction it's going to go in. And there's a bunch of different scenarios that can happen in that. Um, so yeah, this is what I do. Another technique I use is over here. I use this thing called Fibonacci retracement. Where is that? Oh, it's right here. This one, the Fibonacci retracement. And this can tell you where the supports and resistance are at. So the way it works, you go up to the last part that the green candle was at. So spread that out. So If you look at right here, where these two candlesticks right here, they were green and then it got red and it just dropped. And then it kind of went straight for a while and it was bouncing between this top line and that bottom line, back and forth. And then it broke through, went up to this top line, came back down, and now it's right here, trying to figure out, do I use this as support or resistance? If it's resistance, it's gonna go back down over here. I'm hoping that it's support and it goes up. And the way I do this, when I look at these charts, if a bull run ever happens, we're looking at usually whenever a bull run happens, it goes up to this box and then it starts going back down. But we're looking at potentially an 821% increase to $1.50 a share. So that's a good return. So put that in perspective. If you put, $100 into this coin, it goes up to 821% increase. You're gonna make around $700 to $800 in profit if you sell right there. Most investors would be selling on their way up to the top, so they make about $500 to $600 in profit. And I can prove this simply by taking this Fibonacci retracement, sticking it right here, and then showing you this um spot right here. This green line is in this box, and then it starts going back down. So what's going to happen is that this is going to shoot up and then start going back down because investors, they make their profit. The price goes down because they're selling. They're getting their profit back. But when will that happen? That's the big question. And we can explore all kinds of different cryptocurrencies if we wanted to. Another one I like is Barra. It's a new one. It's a game. And I have a couple of $1,000 in this one. And see how new it is. It just came out. There's not that much information on this coin, but there is a few things that you can do to kind of make a prediction. So, like when it's a new coin like this, you would go to the day chart and it gives you more information because it's a newer coin. And then if you're using the Fibonacci retracement, it can tell you, well, this is the bottom, it's bouncing off of this, so it's probably going to go back up. You can put lines up here and show you that the line is going down, so there's a squeezing that's happening, and I can explain that later on. Well, I can explain it now. So what I mean by that is this line, there's a line right there, and that line's resistance. So the price is going this way, going down, but it's bouncing off of this bottom line. So there's a support line right here. The price is going down this way, and it's going to squeeze right here. But the question is it going to go up or is it going to go down? But because there's not that much information on the coin, it's hard to tell. Um, so if you're like me and you're just, I'm going to take a bet that the coin's going to go up, because that's why I think the coin's going to go up. And the factor behind that is because this coin has a staking interest rate on their website for over 250% right now as we speak. Investors are staking this coin the more coins that get staked, that's less coins in the circulation supply. Less people can sell. If this coin explodes and goes to the moon, we're looking at you know, same thing. It's about 800%. I don't think it will go that high. I think maybe 300%, 400%. It's possible though. 800% is possible, but it's all like estimates, and these charts give you an idea and a range that you can kind of estimate. Now, when you see the candlestick just explode and go up, and it's all green, and it's called a God candlestick, you want to be selling on your way up to the top and pulling your profit out, saying it off to the side. So with that being said, this is a just very basic beginning portion of it. I want to look up something that Solomon said. If I can look it up, there was a saying that Solomon said um, about investments. I can't find it. Here's one. Here's another one that Solomon said. I think they got the verses mixed up. Oh no, that's okay. It's in Ezekiel 11, 1 through 6. He said, "Cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days. Give a portion to 7 or even to 8, for you do not know what disaster may come on earth. If the clouds are full of rain or they're empty themselves on the earth, and if a tree falls in the south or the north, in the place where the tree falls, there it will lie." So Solomon is saying, you don't know what the future holds. And so be diversified in your investments. Cast your bread upon the waters. Investors in Solomon's day were the farmers, and they would take their fruits and vegetations and stuff and put them on boats. And the boats will go off, and these trade boats will go off to different regions of the world and try to sell the vegetation from the farmers, and they'll come back and give a profit, or give a profit back to the farmers for the vegetation that got sold. But these farmers had to throw their bread upon the water and wait and be patient. And so as investors, when you begin to invest money, you have to be patient, you have to wait, you gotta put your money in different assets because you don't know which one's gonna do what. Now today we do have access to these indicators and techniques and stuff that we can use this to help us invest and save and build wealth. And so this is the first video that I'm going to pull out. It's going to be on the Patreon channel. Only the people who join the Patreon channel will be have access to this stuff. And thank you in advance for helping me with planting a church in North Wisconsin. And I hope you the best with your finances. God bless you and have a great day. I'll see you the next one.